Another map?
Is there a problem?
Routine security check. Seen anything suspicious lately?
Suspicious? What do you mean suspicious?
I don't see what more could be left of the game. Fight now. Run by my son, by the character's son.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
We have assassins. No.
Useless.
Walking, but I have no idea where they were.
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Doc?
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
Okay.
I don't see any harm in robots helping out.
Robots helping out. You make it sound so tame, so harmless. If that's all it were, I'd agree. What's being planned here is much more than that. I'm talking about synths replacing human beings. You've just arrived, so perhaps it isn't apparent to you yet. But in time, you'll see what I mean. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here. Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
My son is the villain of the game.
Father is more than just our leader. Organized chaos.
Excuse me.
I'm trying to learn chess. The computer always beats me.
Hey.
As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example.
What's a personal synth?
Dr. Benet is carrying out a social experiment. He wants to see if a synth can integrate into a human family. I know I can never replace his wife or be a real mother to Liam, but I can at least help with the domestic duties. I like to think I'm a pretty good cook. It was a real pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you're still taking everything in, so I'll let you get back to that.
Coursers give me the creeps, you know? They seem, I don't know, cold.
I don't understand what's going on. Why is he? What are they trying to do? The person here doesn't like the place.
authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, ma'am.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Operating at full capacity.
Are you seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock
We're
some
all
heads
looking
together?
forward to working with you.
It's an honor to meet you,
Targeting
ma'am.
package
If I leave this place.
Maybe I should take
You're
some
here.
courses with me.
Glad you made it.
Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments a little to get what you need.
Excuse me, Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions,
One of your super robots get here.
I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines.
Take
As to
them
why they're
then.
escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Bother making them.
Dr. Ayo.
Darn it.
And please, make it quick.
On anything.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Greetings, ma'am.
Robot's gonna go crazy or something at one point, or what? I'm supposed to be.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted.
Kind of twisting air there, lady.
Spans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set.
Hey, Doc.
Unit, you
They
can
weren't
return to
kidding.
duty.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Finding my son.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now,
Murderers after me.
I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you
Did
may
they try to
guess,
kill
we keep
me?
The Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the Earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Probably all gonna die.
Thanks again. Of course.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to...
Hi, Doc.
I wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally must
Dr.
be
Clayton
close to 10 years
Holdren,
old by now.
head of the bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable that any
I
child
can't
can
wait for you to
survive
see
for
the
so
work we're
long
doing.
there, don't you think?
It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
No gorillas.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by
Gorillas.
your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative
You
is
did.
still in its early stages, but the prospects...
Show me them, because I
are
didn't
exciting.
see them.
I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is.
They released
But I
them?
have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Gorilla. What gorilla you talking?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Where are these apes? They're over there.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. 3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
Pretty neat, I guess, but honestly, see the point of having. Okay.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Who that lady is, I'm supposed to tell him to go into the Brotherhood. Hey, before I talk.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
I can actually walk through that thing.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
Again.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Ed?
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
I say it like 3 times in a row outside of the thing.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
I have like 8. I think I have like 8.
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
I'm kind of cheating by saving continuously, but
the Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
That one's going to be the tough one. Like, did you come in here just to be one of our soldiers?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am, surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
I had to see my charisma. Gotta be like 8. I have 2 things of charisma. Plus, I have like 6 charisma. Plus the bobble. I mean, not bad. My luck is my lowest. Luck and perception and ability. Lowest. Anything. Politics.
Dr. Lee.
I'll be along soon. Just tell whoever sent you to prepare for my arrival.
It's really exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
Why don't we just steal your stuff? Luck is my lowest now, huh? Huh? Look at that. used it. What do I do? Beautiful. Do I teleport? What do I do? Know what to do? God darn it! It doesn't do anything. Why?
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
No, I can't talk about that. Good to see you.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
I don't know what to do. I'm lost. Character won't tell me what to do now.
It's really exciting having you.
I don't know
can't
what
wait
to
to
do.
see
The game won't tell me.
Doctor?
In case anyone didn't mention it, my time runs from 10
Doctor.
I'll be along soon. Just tell whoever sent you to prepare for my arrival.
Can't leave. God darn it! Try to scan. Did. Do now.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division. Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Hi there.
Hello.
If it were just a limb twitching, but her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movement only mean one thing, Alex. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it is.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here,
I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science. And well, remember that.
Hello. Welcome. Please. I am pleased to assist with the processing of new synths.